Y'all, I got the tea today. Today's topic is going to be Travis Scott and his AstroWorld festival is canceled. Um, if y'all don't know, I'm gonna put y'all on game today about what happened. This happened yesterday. If not yesterday, yesterday before, depending on when I post this. Uh, well, there's a bunch of people injured, like 100 people injured, 10 people deceased. You know what I'm saying? That's allegedly, but at the end of the day, we kind of know it's kind of true. But 10 people literally deceased. So first thing I'm thinking is it was a shootout. You know what I'm saying? Like a mass killing. Like either the police shot the people, or like it was somebody came, and did like a drive-by shootout in the parking lot, something like that, right? To find out there was no shootings was confusing on how many people got hurt. Like how all these people getting hurt, and it wasn't from shooting or from the police. Well, come to find out, all this took place because dehydration, people were being trampled, overcrowding, pushing, and just literally people were in cardiac arrest. Like it was just insane. Now, what started this? Of course, just being it overpacked. Um, they pushed the gates open. I'm guessing because they had to take, the little test. I don't want to say the word just so I don't get demonetized, but y'all know the little shot that you got to get, the vaccine basically. But I ain't gonna say the word, but y'all know what I'm talking about. And they had to take it before they go inside. And I bet what happened was people got impatient. People got like, tired of waiting. And so they just forcefully pushed their way through. Now, I actually personally saw the footage myself, and I seen it. Man, them suckers was like, bro, at a party when you trying to get in free and everybody just stampede and just try to just rush themselves in there. That's what it was like. Everybody was pushing and shoving. And there was people on the ground pleading for help, screaming. People were dead. People were had no pulse. People were not moving. And people were getting stepped on. It was just that simple. Like, to me, it was just kind of like, I don't know. I couldn't really define what I was watching. It was just like a bunch of people trying to get in free in a festival. Well, not necessarily free because you already paid for it. It was already sold out, so you had to have a ticket. It was like just trying to get in. The performance had already started, right? So it was like, you're just trying to see Travis Scott. You're not trying to miss the show. You're not trying to wait because they got a process and security's holding y'all back for no reason and nothing's getting done. You just standing in line. When you're trying to see what you paid for. So I kind of see what was going on. It's just like, dang, people were just being inconsiderate. Like, it just wasn't being considerate of people. And I'm just looking at it like, man, I don't know how you stop this from happening because security can only do so much. This is like hundreds of thousands of people. Like, you can stop a few, but gosh, how do you stop all of them? As far as Travis Scott, people trying to figure out should they blame him or who should they blame. In my perspective, I mean, you can't blame Travis Scott. On Travis Scott's end, they show footage of what he did. Well, you gotta understand, like, here's Travis Scott performing. Here's like the crowd from like starting from here all the way back to where the gate starts, right? It's like freaking 3 Cowboy stadiums, you know what I'm saying? Or just 3 big stadiums in general. I mean, he only sees what's in front of him. So he only gonna see what's over here. Everything back here, it could be hundreds of people have died. He wouldn't be able to see nothing. He just seeing lights. But he happened to see somebody passed out in the very front. And I'm not gonna say he stopped the show, but he paused the show. He paused the show, and when he paused the show, he immediately tells the ambulance and to the security and the people, the nurses, you know what I'm saying, to go help the dude that's passed out. He's telling them, go do y'all job. Like, hurry up, man. Come on, let's get this show started. Like, y'all go do what y'all supposed to do. Like, this is y'all job. Go over there. Come on. Help this dude out. He's over there laid out, passed out. Go help him. Go help him. So he definitely was vocally and verbally telling people to go, hey, go help the dude. Go help him. He had the paramedics go over there and help the dude. They got him help. Cool. But still at that time, people not realizing that stuff way in the back is out of control and this is just a bunch of chaos is happening and people are getting injured. You got music is going on. The show started back up. So Travis Scott starts his show back up because he feels what he sees eye to eye. What he saw has been solved. He's figured out a solution to that dude passing out. He didn't just ignore it. And now that he's solved that problem, he's continuing his show. Now back here, it's a whole crazy turn of events going on. You still got mosh pits and all this overcrowding up here. But mainly back here is where all the ruckus is going down, where they have broken down the fence and trying to get into the festival, right? All that's happening and the show's still going. So people are trying to, like, I'm guessing, blame Travis Scott, not knowing that this has nothing to do with him as far as what he can control. They saying he should have stopped the event, but hey, man, after I did my research, you gotta blame the security. Security is the only people to blame with this. It's like security need to go back up there and tell them, hey, man, you need to tell these, you need to stop the show and tell everybody to just be safety first, and let's just figure this solution out of all these people like getting stumbled on, and let's look out for these people real quick. So if you're gonna blame anybody, blame security or the paramedics. No, security, man. Security just not informing him to stop it. I mean, even with him stopping it, that would only make the people in the front start going back towards like as if they're gonna leave, and then try to like to go take a break, which would cause more chaos in the back because you're having people in the front go to the back. So there's really nothing that could have happened. This is literally people stumping over people, and it has to be just literally a person to person consideration of each other and help each other. That's really what it comes down to. There's nothing that could have stopped that. He could have had the best security team in the world. You can't stop people just stampeding over each other. It's free for all, man. It literally comes down to, is somebody gonna help you? Kind of to their heart. They see you over there suffering or stuck somewhere, and they help. Because it doesn't matter how many paramedics you got. Like, they only can help so many people. Situations that happen where at the very front, people were getting pushed up so they couldn't breathe, so they were passing out off literally just the impact of literally the crowd coming in, pushing the people forward, and the people in the forward pushing the other people that's in forward them, pushing them in more, and literally causing just a, like a domino effect, and pushing each other, and so much pressure hitting each other that they can't even breathe now. So that caused a big problem with the people, you know what I'm saying, in the front, as far as just passing out. People read up on it. People were literally passing out because of literally their breath. Like, they couldn't breathe. Like, they just was blacking out and literally passing out. Literally off just dehydration and just so much pressure you couldn't breathe. I've never experienced nothing like that, where you've been smushed so badly from the back that you can't breathe. Other things that I noticed was what else? The people in the back. The people in the back in general, with them getting stumbled. People were literally passed out all the way. They gave examples. People gave their experience. I mean, not examples, but they gave their experience where they passed out, right? And they woke up literally. Well, she said she woke up, and when she woke up, she was in a room where there was like 10 other people who had their eyes rolled behind their back, needed CPR, needed all this stuff, right? She stated herself that there were not enough paramedics and nurses on stand, and she was a nurse herself from where she actually works, not for the festival, but she was her own nurse and know her own procedures, and she could tell like they needed help, and the security was like, bro, we need you to help. Now remember, she just passed out herself and blacked out herself. She now gotta help. Imagine you finna die, and now you gotta go help somebody that's finna die too, as you were just finna die. So she's right back into the scene. She's going right back to where she passed out. So she was successfully doing CPR and, helping people with cardiac arrest and all those dehydration problems, and just trying to help the situation out. And she noticed that it was just a lack of paramedics and a lack of help of nurses that should have been there. There should have been more there. And just a lack of just people just helping in general. Nobody was trying to help. It was like they had their own agenda. I also even seen security guards. The security guards were on horses. I like make it make sense. Like, they were on horses. Like, these security guards were not on like no mall cop motorcycles or vehicle, or just standing there, well equipped with like the big old, those little big barriers, those little big walls with defender things where you can like bulletproof walls things with the bats and stuff, and guns on. These suckers literally was on horses. I say, oh heck, this is a zombie apocalypse. Oh man, apocalypse. What's it called? This is a zombie apocalypse. Apocalypse, whatever it's called. I mean, the horses gonna be scared of the people. Boy, it's 100,000 people, and them horses just seeing everybody scattered, bro. Them suckers gonna get on their hind legs. What the security gonna do in that perspective? So I feel like, man, I don't know what fiesta where you gotta have security on horses. That was just weird. Other than that, bro, I saw footage of the people just lying there. The people there were dead. You could just tell their stomachs were just going. Like, it was just bad, bro. It was just bad. It wasn't nothing I haven't seen, but it was just kind of like, dang. That's the reason I don't go to these concerts. It's just a wake-up call to know, like, this is the reason I don't go to any festival, Coachella, none of that. Man, you're going to sweat. You're gonna be crowded. You're gonna be cramped in. If I'm not performing, I'm not going. It's just that simple. Unless it's Drake. Drake is the only person that I'll go to a concert for free, and I'll successfully endure the pain that comes with it and the risk of going. Other than that, man, I'm not going. Just a risk that you gotta take. A lot of stuff is alleged, so let me just say that now. So can't nobody say nothing to me. Most stuff is allegedly, but we kind of know the truth. Uh, they canceled it. To the bottom of get to the more of the story, they canceled day 2. So day 1 didn't go how it was supposed to, so they canceled it, and so they they canceled day 1, so day 2 couldn't happen. So yes, it was canceled. There won't be day 2 of AstroWorld Festival. I don't think it should be a thing after what that happened. When people die, man, you can't have it no more. And at that point, you're just showing that you unorganized, bro. Organize your stuff right, get your stuff right. I mean, you can't really control hundreds of thousands of people all rushing in. You can't. There's nothing you can do. I don't care how many police you get. I don't care. Maybe if you get some big barricade brick gates, but I mean, shoot, they can beat up the people that's at the front of the thing. Like, how many can it be? If y'all 100,000 versus 100, shoot, it don't matter if they got guns. Y'all still can win that battle. That can happen anywhere, honestly. I've seen concerts where people snuck in and act like they was videographers and camera people, and they just literally fit in perfectly, and they got front row seats and got up close on Kanye West, literally, and literally got the best show of their life for free, and made up fake backstage pageants and all that. So like, it can be hard to just get in somewhere if you want to get in, and if enough people do it, it's impossible to stop. It's just sad that it had to happen to Travis Scott. Another thing is, people were saying, why is Travis Scott having these concerts if he knows his people have mosh pits and do all this crazy stuff? And he's a rapper. What else he gonna do? I just feel like, man, I know he's smart enough though on the low to have a disclaimer on those tickets or wherever you buy those tickets, where if it says if you get injured or anything happens, it's your responsibility to take care of it, and we have no responsibility of it, and it will not be pinned on us, and you cannot sue, or basically he had a disclaimer saying something that would cause them not to get sued, because everybody's saying he's gonna get a bunch of lawsuits, and he's gonna be having to take care of that for a long time. He might have to even get refunds. There's gonna be a bunch of lawsuits coming on now. It's a big money. I mean, he got money, so it's not nothing to worry about. Another thing that I noticed is that this is not the first time this happened with Travis Scott, as far as mosh pits and people trying to attack him. We already know what it's like. He's been a meme when it comes to being viral, with a bunch of people trying to storm him. But it was just never successful where people got injured. If anything, security stopped it, beat the people up. They didn't get close to him, and he didn't get injured. And it was contained, or contained, or controlled basically. But I guess this specific time, it was controlled, and they was like, man, we getting them this time. We finna be successful with this, and they got what they wanted and pursued it all like full throttle. And hey, it went sideways real quick. There's, like I said, to conclude this, man, he better have some type of disclaimer so that he won't get all these lawsuits on him, and that it's pinned on somebody else or something. Like, on the ticket it says, if you are harmed, you cannot sue us, basically, or something like that. I know everybody has. There's no way you get mosh pits, everything, and rappers don't have this. It should be a known thing. They know this could happen, that people gonna get injured. They should already have something written up, contract written up, and that if you agreed to buy a ticket, you basically signing your life to say that you can't blame them. But yeah, that will conclude this topic for today. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Condolences to anybody that passed from it or even injured. You ain't gonna catch me at no concert unless it's Drake. I don't like to sweat. You'll catch me there if I'm performing. That's it. Because I'm gonna be on stage and I'm not dealing with none of that. I'm gonna be secured and safe. But yeah, like, share, subscribe. Y'all keep trying to give me more topics to talk about. And yeah, I'll catch y'all next topic. You dig?